Good morning, grade 12 entrepreneurship. Today we are going to understand about intellectual property rights. We are still in unit 3 trying to understand about enterprise marketing. Now how is the topic interrelated with enterprise marketing? Let's try to understand. How did we start the session? We started the session with Aldi case study. Alright. And then we understood about goal setting process, SMART goals. We went further to understand that one of such goals is marketing strategy, and the four components of marketing strategy are product, place, price, promotion. Four components are there. Now when we look into deep further, little bit more we will go. And in product, what did we understand? Brands, logos and taglines, labeling and packaging. Now you have a brand, you have a logo, you have a design. Don't you think all these things are really important, and you need to protect them? Because given the scenario, suppose you have a very great or unique kind of invention or innovation, a new product, you have discovered something new, you have invented something new, and you are releasing it in the open market or telling it, letting people know about it. In that case, don't you think that you are running a risk of enabling other person to copy your work or imitate your work and then make money out of it? Finally, what happens? The person who copied is successful and the person who actually originally invented stands at a loss. That should not happen. That is a very basic reason that there are exclusive rights given to the owners of such inventions, the owners of such discoveries, or the owners of such intangible property. So intellectual property, these are all intangible assets. You know, your asset is your talent, your ability, your creativity, your innovation, your discovery. That is your asset. They say now there is a popular proverb, nobody can take away the talent from you. If you are talented, it anyways comes out. The talent is not an asset, it is an intangible asset, right? Same way, what is intellectual property? For the product or the service that you brought into the market, if it is very unique, very innovative, something new, absolutely a different product, then it definitely needs to be protected from imitation or piracy. To protect such a product, you are giving something called as intellectual property right. Now let's try to understand what is intellectual property right. They are legally recognized exclusive rights to creations of mind. So the creation of mind, can you actually touch the creation of mind? It is not tangible at all. So whatever intangible things are there, intangible assets are there, your creativity, your innovation, your ability to think better, your talent, your knowledge, your education, everything comes under intellectual property right? So intellectual property right, is granted to the owners of intangible assets. Yes, agreed. But they are broadly classified into 5. For you are having 4 students. Patents, copyrights, industrial design, trademark, as well as trade secrets. Okay, trade secrets is dealt differently. We will not cover it. We will see only these 4. First one is patent right. First thing when somebody says patent, the word that should come to your mind is exclude others, eliminate others, me only. This is the entrepreneur. He is being protected. Nobody can come nearby him. We have excluded everybody by providing a shield to him. So what is a patent? Patent is an exclusive right given to the entrepreneur, where they exclude others from selling, from importing from other country. This is also for a limited period of time, or making use of making any kind of utility of the product commercially or otherwise, without the permission or without the consent of the actual owner of the product, right? So this is called patent right. It is generally given to art, to technical aspects, to the process. There are certain categories which I want you people to go through, and I will ask you after the session is over, right? I'll definitely question individual. I'll make an individual phone call and question you people. Particularly I'll call Leher, Harshita, Divesh, and in C section maybe I turn up calling few students randomly. I'll call them and ask what are all the things that are protected under patents. So you should read the textbook, right? Then comes the copyright. Copyright is quite similar to patent only, students. It is also for a limited period. But here you have to understand that copyright is for creative and artistic work. It is not for a process, it is not for a technology, it is not for a new invention or a new dimension. It is for creative and artistic work, right? Your music, your movies, your cinema, your novel writing, your book writing, any work of creativity, creative art is involved. In the serials you must have seen, after the television serial is over, a small C comes, Balaji Telefilms, Anda, C. This is called copyright. This symbol is referred to as copyright. That simply means that nobody else can imitate or copy the same storyline. Something that is very close to the original story will be coming under the imitation. You have seen the Three Idiots. Again, Chetan Bhagat claimed that it was his own story that was imitated, and then there was a court case. Finally, Chetan Bhagat won. You people are aware of what are copyrights. Copyrights are generally given for a limited period of time to work of art, literature, right? Then industrial design. Industrial design is that protects the design that are not purely of utilitarian. What are these utilitarian? These are those products that are not for luxury, that are not for your comfort. These are those products of utility. Not purely utility means rugs and all come under this. There is a core purpose. Then again it can be 2-dimension or 3-dimension. It can be any kind of dimension. This is purely for factory, the mechanical, the physics aspect of the machines, the physical aspect, the chemical combinations of the formulas that you use in a laboratory. All those, the design, the puppet design, the apparatus structure, the methodology, the angle, the dimensions that are involved in constructing a machine, the focus, everything comes under industrial design. Particularly in automobile industry, you will find a lot because the engine kind, the method, the components of the engine, all those come under industrial design. Then comes the trademark. You people are already learned what is trademark when I told you about brands. Trademark is nothing but it is a protection given to the sign, design, symbol of a product, right? So that is called trademark. So with this, your intellectual property rights comes to an end. What is intellectual property right? If an entrepreneur is able to create something new, something innovative, something absolutely creative, such a kind of creativity in mind should be well protected. He should be protected from piracy and imitation in the open market. So that is the very reason for the creators of intangible assets, these kinds of rights are given. There are 4 categories: patents, copyrights, industrial design and trademark. When we talk about patents, patents is nothing but it is it excludes the others from selling, from importing, etc, etc, etc. It includes art process, technical processes, softwares, all those things. Copyrights is exclusively for literature and artwork like music, movie, etc. Then industrial design, it protects the design that are not purely utilitarian. 2 or 3 dimensions are allowed. Then coming to the trademark, it protects the sign, symbol, design of a product. Right? So if McDonald's is using this yum, no other fast food restaurant can use this yum. They are not allowed to. Right? So with this, our intellectual property comes to an end. And what are we going to learn after this? We will be entering into the second component of marketing strategy, that is price. Right? So with this, we are winding up your intellectual property. Right? Please keep waiting for the phone call. I'll definitely ask what are these. Right? Thank you and have a fantastic day.